Although the recent history of Chelsea Football Club has seen the club endure ups and downs, there has been one perhaps surprising thread of consistency across those seasons. Since his breakthrough into the starting 11 at the beginning of the 2019-20 season, Mason Mount has become something of a permanent fixture for Chelsea. From that point onwards, Mount has become a mainstay of the team under all three managers who've been in charge at Stamford Bridge during his time at the club. But in spite of this, there are still people who question what it is that Mason Mount actually does. Ever since Mason Mount became a fixture of the Chelsea starting 11 under Frank Lampard, he's been one of the first names on the team sheet regardless of the manager. In every season under Lampard and Thomas Tuchel, Mount picked up over 30 Premier League appearances, and since Graham Potter arrived, he's started every available league fixture. So what is it about Mount that makes him so popular with his managers? Well, in a word, flexibility. In Lampard's Chelsea, Mount played as a left-sided midfielder in a 3 or as a number 10 when a 4-2-3-1 formation was deployed. Under Tuchel, who preferred a 3-4-3 structure, Mount played as one of the wide players in the front 3. Although Tuchel liked his wide forwards to stay narrow, with Mount often dropping deep to pick up the ball. He also famously used Mount as a narrow 10 in a 4-2-2-2 and as an outside midfielder in a 3, as part of a 3-5-2 in games against Tottenham. Graham Potter is famously partial to non-standard structures, and so far we've seen Mount play as a wide forward on either side of a front 3 in a 3-4-3, as an outside midfielder and as a 10 in a 4-4-2 diamond, and on both sides of a midfield 3 as well. This sort of flexibility is fundamental to coaches like Tuchel or Potter, who like to make tactical tweaks within games to solve problems set by the opposition. But it doesn't arrive out of nowhere. Mount's profile as a footballer lends itself to flexibility both in terms of what he does in and out of possession of the ball. Mount's technical ability and athleticism allow him to possess the ball in tighter spaces, deeper in the field, but those qualities also enable him to move the ball into more dangerous areas on the pitch where he's able to operate as a more creative force. He carries the ball well at speed and through traffic, and he has a sharp eye for a through ball. He's also a dangerous goal scorer, producing 24 Premier League goals from his 3 full seasons. Combined, these virtues mean that he can function in many different areas of the pitch, contributing to his flexibility in possession. But out of possession, he's also an asset to his team. Once again, Mount's athleticism and mobility make him a dangerous proposition. He's an intense presser, but he also presses well, both of which have made him an important cog for his managers at Chelsea. There's an off-the-ball intelligence which also adds to his skill set defensively. He understands what's expected of him, and he can move between roles in a pressing system at a moment's notice. Add these two facets of his game together, and you have what every manager wants in a player. Great on-ball technique, which you can use to progress the ball down the field, and to be creative when you get to the final third, and a player who is both functional and intelligent out of possession, who will allow you to control a game without the ball. What does Mason Mount do? Well, the question should probably be, what doesn't he do? If you liked today's video, please subscribe to the channel. And if you like Tifo, we think that you'll also like The Athletic. If you want the best news, features and interviews about the World Cup, the Premier League and European football, as well as loads of other sports, The Athletic is the place for you. And as part of our special deal, you can get it for £1 per month for 6 months. See the link in the description.